Students, today we'll see about the beam, that is type of beams and types of supports and types of reactions we had already seen in our last class. Those who not view the videos of the last class, go to your last class videos and see that and come for this class, because we have to know about the basics to start these problems. We have to understand about the reactions, how to apply the reactions, and we can calculate as per this. So we'll start with the first problem. I'll define you by step so that you can easily understand this problem. Later on only the complexity of the loading conditions will be there. Okay. So first we'll take about the sum. Determine the distance x of load P from the support A if the reaction RA is twice as great as the reaction RB. Take P is equal to 2 kilonewton, Q is equal to 1 kilonewton. See, in this sum, they have not given any reaction in the question. So we have to plot how many reaction is going to act it. Now, for the condition from the previous class video, you can come to know where are the reactions will act. And the question states that we have to find the x distance. So we have to find what is the x distance between the P load. P is given as 2 and Q is given as 1. We need to find what are the reactions now. Okay, to find the reactions, I'll give you one thing. In this support, it is a fixed, that is A point is fixed. That means it will not move in the vertical direction also and as well as your horizontal direction. So I'm plotting the reactions like this and like this. That means it is your vertical reaction, this is your horizontal reaction. But see, in the case of B, there is a roller support. That means your beam is located on a roller. That means it is moving on the horizontal direction. Both the way it can move. So the reaction will be on only on the vertical side. This is the concept of putting the reaction. To view this, you can view the last class video. After this, you know how to put the reaction now, and you know what are the values of P and Q. And they had given that reaction of RA is equal to twice the times of reaction of B. This all is the given data. Now you have to calculate the distance between your fixed end support to the point load P. That is what I had mentioned in this diagram. Clearly view this. RAX means it is your horizontal reaction at A. RAY is a vertical reaction at Y. 2 kilonewton is acting, 1 kilonewton is acting, and RB is the next point. The distance between 2 to 1 is 3 meter and totally it is 12 meter given in the question. Our data is to find only our X value. So now come to this sum. They had given like this. When you horizontally resolve it, horizontal means only our horizontal calculation. So see here how many horizontal forces are there. Only one horizontal force, so that it is equal to RAX. So in the positive direction, so I mentioned RAX is equal to 0. So it is equal to RAX is given as 0. The next condition we have to apply like vertical forces is equal to 0, right? How many vertical forces are there? RAY acting in a positive direction, RB acting in a positive direction, 2 and 1 acting downwards. So it is minus 2 minus 1, which is equal to 0. You got the formula like RAY plus RB is equal to 0, and we know that RAY is twice the time of RB. This is what given in the question. So we come to know RAY is equal to twice the RB. Substitute in the equation to find out the value of RB. So what will be the RAY? RAY is twice of RB. So 2 into 1 is equal to 2 kilonewton. Now you got all the reaction value, that is RAX, RB and RAY. Now we have to go for the third condition, that is summation of moment is equal to 0. Listen, you can take the moment at any supports. I am going to take in a A support, but you also can able to take in the B support also. If I am taking at the A support, how many moments will act? This moment will be equal to 0. So 2 kilonewton is going to act in this direction, that is clockwise direction, in a distance of x. So 2 into x. Same like your 1 kilonewton load is going to act at a distance of 3 plus x in a clockwise direction. That is what 1 into 3 plus x. Same like your reaction of B is going to act in anti-clockwise direction at a distance of 12 meter. This is your moment calculation. Okay. After calculating the moment using the formulas 2 into x plus 1 into 3 plus x minus rb into 12 is equal to 0, you will get the value for the x, that is equal to 3 meter. So see the question now. They had asked us to find the distance x of the load from the support A. So we had found out what is the x distance. This is the one type of question. In this basics problems of the beams, they will ask you only about to calculate the reactions or to calculate the force or to calculate only the distance. Only the basics of the problems will come. So do kindly just study the basics of these problems very well. And one more thing, in the last class you can see that there are different types of loading condition was there. I will define you for that now. See, if you are considering one beam, okay, consider this as one beam, simply supported or fixed, whatever the end condition may be, you ignore that, consider this as a beam. If the load is going to act at a particular point, that load is called point load. Okay, whenever there is at a specified distance the load is going to act, that load is called point load. This is one condition. And the other condition is like uniformly distributed load, that is UDL, distributing uniformly at all the distance. Okay, whenever there is a UDL, we have to convert that UDL into point load. To convert that, we can take the formula W into L. What is this W? This W is the load of your UDL and L is the length of your beam. This is the formula to convert your UDL into your point load. Same like you have another type of loading condition, that is VDL, varying load. See, some cases there will be a load condition that will gradually vary from one point to one other point. UDL means it will be common in both the points. VDL will vary from 0 to highest value over here. For this also we have to convert into a single point load using a formula. Okay, we'll see whenever we are doing the sum, we can see about this basics, but this is for your understanding. Now we'll move to the next problem. See this problem, it had stated like a simply supported beam of length 10 meter carries the UDL and 2 point loads as shown in figure. Calculate the reactions RA and RB. In the question they had asked us to find the RA and RB value, and then they had given the load as UDL, that is 10 kilonewton per meter. What is the condition to change the UDL into normal point load is like W into L. Whenever we are converting the UDL into the point load, we have to multiply the load into the length, and where it will act at the center of the section. Okay, this is the condition for the UDL. Now I am plotting a diagram from the question. See, there are two reactions, that is RA and RB. From this RA, I am marking a RA over here. From this RB, I am marking RB over here. Two load, that is 50 kilonewton and 40 kilonewton. Now only the condition we have to follow is like we have to convert the UDL into point load. How you will convert? W into L. W is 10, L is 3. So I had converted my point load into 40 kilonewton. At where it will locate? It will locate at the center. So what is the center of 4 meter? It is 2 meter. So only we had plotted 2 meter and 2 meter either side of your point load. This is the diagrammatic representation. After that, it is the normal calculation. We have three conditions, that is summation of vertical forces is equal to 0, Summation of horizontal forces is equal to 0 and moment is equal to 0. Use the three condition and find out your reaction. When you see first, there are no horizontal forces acting in this sum. So only we are just directly moving into summation of vertical forces is equal to 0. How many vertical forces are there? RA, RB, 50, 40, 40. RA and RB is in positive direction. Other forces are in the negative direction. When you substitute that, you will get RA plus RB is equal to 130. Same like you have to do for your moment. How you will calculate your moment? I am taking in a direction. If you can also adopt in a B point, but the only condition is like wherever you are taking the moment, it should be on one support. Okay, that is the normal condition. So I am taking on the point A. What are the loads will act? This 50 into 2. This is the one moment. Next one is 40 into 4. Next will be 40 into 6. Same like RB will be acting in a opposite direction of 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4, that is equal to 10. That is what I had mentioned over here. 50 into 2 plus 40 into 4 plus 40 into 6 minus RB into 10 is equal to 0. From this you got RB is equal to 50 kilonewton. Substitute this value in the first equation to get what is your RA value. So both the reactions you had calculated now, that is what they had asked in the question. Calculate the reactions RA and RB. Now we'll go to the third problem. Okay. See, it is same like your previous sum, but there is only one thing. See the beam, it is not supported on C. That means it is simply supported at A and B, and it is overhanging between B and C. Nothing to worry, continue the same procedure like your previous problem. Say the question, they had asked us to find what? Determine the position of 100 Newton. That means we have to find the position of the 100 Newton load on the beam such that reaction at the supports are equal. So that what they had given, reactions at supports are equal means RA and RB is equal. So see the in the question they had asked us to find clearly the x direction. This is your given question. How to calculate your UDL? W into L. So 20 into 3 will give you 60 Newton. Where it will act? It will act at the center. So 3 divided by 2 is equal to 1.5 on either side. A have RA reaction and B is also having RB reaction. So reaction is equal to RA, and here one other reaction, that is RB. This is we are converting into the center, that is 20 into 3 is equal to 60 Newton. See, in this problem they had given the values in Newton. If they are giving in Newton, you have to convert into Newton. If they give 20 kilonewton per meter, then your value will be equal to 60 kilonewton. Okay, conversion is must. They had asked us to find what is our x value. That is what we had mentioned in the free body diagram. Now we have to calculate three conditions, that is summation of horizontal forces, vertical forces and moment. In this no horizontal forces are there, so directly we are moving into vertical forces. Substitute all your vertical forces and have one equation, RA plus RB is equal to 210. In the given question they had given like both the reactions are equal, so that I am taking that RA is equal to RB. Substitute in the first thing and get your value for RA. Whatever RA value, that will be same for your RB, since they had given both the reactions are same. What is the next condition? We have to find the moment. See the diagram. How we will calculate the moment? At any point you can take A or B. Whatever point you take, all the forces has to correlate. See, I'll explain you now. If you are taking for A 50, you have to take, 100 you have to take, minus RB you have to take, and 60 you have to take. This is the moment. Same like if you are taking for support B, you have to take this 100, 50, RA and this 60. Okay, you have to consider the correct position, that is clockwise means it is positive, anti-clockwise means it is negative. Consider this and do your problems. So in this sum we had taken at moment at B, substitute in the same way and get your x value. X is given as 3.6 meter. As like your previous sum, it is also the same method. We have to resolve it into three: vertical forces, horizontal forces and moment. When you do this, you can calculate the reactions, distance, and in some cases you can also find the loads. So this sum is over. Next we'll see another one case. Find the reactions for a cantilever beam as shown in figure. What is cantilever? One end is fixed and the other end is free. So in this cantilever also there are combinations of the sums. Okay. See the question carefully. In this, reactions will vary because it is one end is fixed and the other end is free. Already in the previous class you can note that if it is a fixed end support, we will have upper reaction, horizontal reaction plus one moment. This you have to study it from the previous class videos. Okay, how to do the reactions if they're not given in the question. Sometimes in the questions they will give directly. In this they had not given, so you have to assume the reactions. Okay, to convert this 10 kilonewton meter into the point load, W into L, that is 10 into 2 acting at the center. So 20 kilonewton acting at 1 meter on either side. See, that is what we had mentioned over here. There will be no reactions at the free end, so it is 10 kilonewton directly, 20 kilonewton acting at the center. We had converted this UDL into point load, and here comes your reaction, that is RA of y axis, RA of x axis and moment of A. What they had given in the question, to find the reactions. So automatically to find the reactions we have to do summation of horizontal forces is equal to 0, vertical is equal to 0 and moment is equal to 0. Consider the first case, that is summation of horizontal forces. There is only one force, so I am taking RAX is equal to 0 directly. When you take vertical forces, how many vertical forces are there? It is also only one RAY, that is positive, 20, 20 and 10 is in negative direction. So you can get directly the value for RAY is equal to 50 kilonewton. What is the other one reaction lies here? Your moment. That is also your unknown factor. You have to calculate your moment now. So you have to find out using the moment equation. See, whenever there is a moment in the question, you should not multiply with the distance. We already seen in the previous modules also, whenever there is a moment is acting, that means the moment value is kilonewton meter. Already it is multiplied with the distance, so no need to multiply with the distance again. Just we have to see whether it is in positive direction or in negative direction. Take this moment, whether this moment is in positive or negative, it is in a anti-clockwise direction at point A. So I am taking that as minus RA. Then 20 is acting in a clockwise direction with 1 meter distance, so it is 20 into 1. Same like 20 is going to move in this direction, that is 2 meters, so 20 into 2. 10 is also going to move to the A position with the 4 meter distance, so 10 into 4. When you do this, you will get MA is equal to 100 kilonewton meter. So these are the unknowns we have to find out in this sum. Let me move to another one example for you using varying load. See, in this question they had given same like your previous sums only. You have to do only 3 condition and you are going to find out the reactions or your moment or your distance. In this question they had asked us to find out the support reaction. That means we need to draw the supports and we have to find the reactions. First I'll tell you the condition to change your VDL into your point load. See the condition first. First you have to know about the UDL, uniformly varying load or uniformly distributing load will be changed to the point load using the formula W into L, and it will act at the center. But in case of your varying load, see, to convert the varying load into point load, you have to multiply by WL divided by 2. And to find the distance, it will add 2 into L divided by 3 and L divided by 3 in the other half. It is not like your uniformly distributed load. Uniformly distributed load will be act at a center. That means you are going to calculate at the center, that is W into L, with the half value. But here we have to calculate the load by WL by 2, and it will act at a distance of 2L by 3 and L by 3 distance. Now see the question. They had given like varying load of 5 kilonewton per meter. What's the formula? WL divided by 2. 5 into 4 divided by 2 will give you 10 kilonewton. Acting at a distance of 2L divided by 3. That means 4 into 2 divided by 3, that is 8 by 3. And the other distance is L by 3, that is 4 divided by 3. I hope you understood this. If you are not understanding, just ask me at any cost. Okay. So we have to mark the reactions now. There are two conditions. This is your roller support. Roller support means only one vertical reaction will be there. This is your simply supported or fixed end. So it will have vertical as well as your horizontal. This horizontal should be on your right side. That means every time it will face towards your right. If it is only one reaction, there is no need to mention your direction, but most of the cases wherever the support lies, you are going to mark the vertical as horizontal in the right direction. And then they had given this 20 kilonewton meter, that is a couple over here, or you can take it as a moment, that is kilonewton meter. If they give in the value of kilonewton meter, it means it is your moment. We should not multiply with your distance when you are taking the moment calculation. Okay, this is your normal conditions. We are going to find the horizontal forces is equal to 0. Only one horizontal force, so RBX will be equal to 0 directly. When you do vertically, you will have RA plus RBY minus 10, that is from the top to down your 10 kilonewton is acting, that is minus 10 is equal to 0. When you consider this load condition, you should not take your moment of 20 kilonewton meter, because that is your moment, that is not your load. From this equation you can get RA plus RBY is equal to 10. Now we are going to consider moment. I am going to take the moment at B position. Okay, you can take at any point. Okay, I am taking at a B position. So what will be the normal condition? Like RA is going to move at a whole distance. You have to see the 20, whether the 20 lies in a clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. 20 lies in a anti-clockwise direction, so it is minus 20, and this 10 is going to act in a negative direction. Listen, once again I'll explain for you all. I am taking at this point B. So how this move? RA will move in a positive direction of the whole distance. Okay. Next, this moment is going to act in a anti-clockwise direction. No need to calculate your distance because it is already considered with your distance. But this 10 kilonewton is going to act at a anti-clockwise direction with a distance of 4 by 3 meter. This is your moment. When you do that moment, you will get a value for RA. Substitute your RA will be in the first equation and get your RBY value. Now every reactions has been calculated. RAX, RBX and RBY. So this is what given in the question. We had found out all the support reactions. So the next problem I'll continue in the next video. Thank you all.